Good morning. How we doing? YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Chief, and we are here. It is the top of the week. You know what time it is. We got to jump into our list, see what's coming out on Wednesday, get ourselves ready. And we got a lot from Marvel once again. We got some good things from Marvel. Not too much from the DC side, though. So let's see what we got. We're going to start off our list here with Action Comics 1078. And we got Superman dealing with more of the Phantom Zone shenanigans, essentially. So in this one here, he pretty much just has to choose which side he wants to, which realm he wants to save. So does he want to save Earth, or does he want to save the Phantom Zone? We know the Phantom Zone is, of course, important to him, but it's kind of the obvious choice on which one he's going to save. So we'll be seeing what happens in this one, issue 1078 of Action Comics. Oh, and they also have Supergirl falling under the spell of Concept. So, you know, throw that in the mix as well, and we'll see what we get for 1078. It's going to be 40 pages with a $5.99 cover price. That's actually a pretty thick book. If you guys are reading this, let me know how you're liking it. And I know I always say that, but let me know specifically if you guys are reading Action Comics, because for this many pages, for it coming out weekly, I gotta know, is it really worth reading every week, or if you guys just kind of like about it, you know? But let me know what you guys think. We're gonna jump into our next book here, going into Absolute Superman. So switching over to the Absolute side of the universe, we're gonna find out more and more about him. So from the synopsis here, it says the Lazarus Corporation sent their most battle-hardened crew of peacemakers to locate the mysterious fugitive interfering with their mining operations. But they weren't expecting one motor-mouthed, iron-willed woman to be the one to finally get the cuffs onto him. So they're in this issue here, they're actually talking about Lois Lane. We find out that Lois Lane was the agent that actually cuffed Superman in the prior issue. So that was pretty interesting. So now we're gonna start getting into the dynamic between those two, and see if they're actually gonna be together in this universe. I'm sure they will. But that's interesting. I kind of was reminded of that by reading the synopsis, so I'm excited for it. We'll see how it goes for number 2. Number 1 was nice, so hopefully we get a little bit more. Hopefully we have some more fun with this one as well. This one is going to be 32 pages with a $5.99 cover price, and got a couple nice variants with it as well. So let me know if you're picking it up. Jumping into our next one, we have Batman 155. So in this one here, we got Batman dealing with the Court of Owls yet again. They're trying to come after his legacy, after his life, and we'll see what happens for him in this issue. Not too much there, not too much information that they're giving us, but 40 pages with a $5.99 cover price, and we got a nice Christmas variant from the Batman covers as well. So that one's kind of nice. I might pick that one up just because, you know. We'll see what happens with it though. Jumping into our next one here. This one actually is pretty interesting. The same way we got a Penguin issue 1, now we have a Two-Face issue 1. So in this one here, Two-Face, or Harvey Dent, is actually going to be coming at peace between the two sides of him. So with that being said, he's actually going to be following up with the attorney side of his life, and he's going to be defending Victor Zsasz as he committed a murder, or at least he's accused of it. And we'll see how it goes for Harvey Dent. We'll see where the story takes him. And we got 32 pages here with a $4.99 cover price. So if this is something that's interesting to you, make sure you pick it up. I think I will be. Penguin number 1, you guessed it, I haven't read it yet, but I will. I got a stack of reading. I'm gonna take a picture for you guys and show you on Instagram or something, and let you guys know how much reading I have to catch up on, so you guys understand the struggle. Okay, but at any rate, let me know if you're picking this one up here. 32 pages, $4.99 cover price. If you're a Two-Face fan, make sure you pick this one up. And let's get into the next one. Jumping into our next side of the list here, we got the Ultimates issue number 7. So it says, who are the Ultimates? New story arc begins. Perfect jumping on point for the uninitiated. Me. And after the aftermath of the explosive last issue, including the loss of a major member, join the Ultimates in their secret HQ as they regroup and launch their bold new plan to change the world. So I think this is probably where I'll be jumping on at, you know. So I feel like this is calling my name, so I gotta get this one. It has a nice variant with it as well. I do like the incentive cover. It's the 1 in 25. Actually, all the covers are kind of nice on it. The only one I'll kind of pass on is the Human Torch one. I'm not that crazy about that one, but yeah, this is gonna be 32 pages with a $4.99 cover price. So if you guys haven't jumped on, let's jump on this book together, and we'll see how we feel about it. I probably should pick up a trade for the first 6 issues if they do have it available. But let me know. Let me know if you guys are joining me on this. Following that one there, we actually have the X-Men issue 8. And it seems like this is going to be the beginning of where Rogue side and Scott's side of the X-Men are going to be facing off. Even if it's just in a brief issue, it may transpire into something bigger. So we'll see. It's a raid on Graymalkin, if I pronounced that right. Issue 1 of 4. So we'll see what happens between these two sides, how they cross paths, and how they do in this issue. But the main thing I did want to talk to you guys about was these incredible. I had been holding off to talk to you guys about this just because I wanted the actual covers to show you guys. But they have Marvel vs. Capcom, the fighting collection, and they have different variants for different characters that were featured in the game that they're going to be featuring on different covers of the different characters' issues. If that made any kind of sense to you, I'm glad you understood all that. But like I said, there's going to be different variants for different characters, and in the Marvel vs. Capcom style, I made sure to call my store immediately. I said, listen, I need all 11 of them, and they put me down for them. So let's try to see if we can collect all of them. These are just beautiful covers. I think I would have enjoyed a little bit of a background with them, but nevertheless, they are really nice covers, and just the art style is just very classic, very nostalgic, and I got to get my hands on these covers. So that is going to be our 32 pages with a $4.99 cover price for the X-Men issue number 8. And they also have a nice connecting variant, which pays homage to this cover here, the Jim Lee original cover for the X-Men. And we have Chris Jaruso, if I said that right. Hopefully I did. But we have a connecting variant, so it's going to be the same way the original covers were, where they were connecting in this nice cartoon style. So I made sure to call them immediately as well, and I said, hey, I'm back again. You know what I need. Please put me down for them. And look at them. I mean, you can't pass these up. If you do, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you're kind of missing out on this beautiful art. You're missing out on this the fun of connecting covers and connecting variants. So maybe it's some that only few understand, but I will definitely be picking that up. So that's going to be our X-Men issue 8 there. And let's get into our next one. Here we have Miles Morales issue 27. And it says, new suit, new problems. Black Panther is Spider-Man's only hope. Does Miles have what it takes to pass T'Challa's grueling test in faraway Wakanda? We understand that he's still dealing with the aftermath of Blood Hunt. He's still a vampire, and he's got his vibranium suit to help him not only be better as a Spider-Man, but also help him fight the urges of the vampire side of him. And we're seeing that continue here. So hopefully they find a way to kind of get rid of that, to kind of expel that from his system. It's going to be interesting to see how they do it, just because I know there were some others that I think were still stuck in their vampire side as well. So we'll see how this goes for Miles. But this is going to be our 32 pages with a $3.99 cover price here. So I'm doing my back issue collecting on them. I'm collecting single issue by single issue. I have number 1 actually on my Christmas list. So we'll see if we get that. And if we do, it's just going to be a domino effect from there. I'm going to be collecting my way up. So make sure you guys get that one as well. Make sure you get your Spider-Man books. And they got a nice ice skating. They're actually ice skating, my bad. I was looking at the snow falling and I thought it was, you get it. Anyways, they're going to be ice skating on this cover. It's going to be for Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, and Miles Morales. So make sure y'all get that variant if you want to get yourself a little bit something extra for the holiday season. And let's get into the next issue. Going into this next one here, we actually have Avengers issue 21, and they are doing Avengers versus X-Men yet again. So this is going to be very exciting. I did read the original one. I have to finish it off. I'm not going to lie. I got up to, I think it was like maybe round 12 or so. And I did have a lot of fun with it. I thought it was really, really cool of a concept. And people have been speculating that they may adapt this into one of the newer movies as well, for the future mutant saga. So if you guys want to read this, I definitely recommend it. The first one was great. And in this one here, Captain Marvel and Cyclops square off. So I don't know why everybody trying to see Cyclops. I don't know what he did to everybody, but you know, he's the leader of the X-Men always, so he's going to be squaring off here. It also mentions that Scarlet Witch and Magneto are going to finally confront their history. So to my knowledge, it's always kind of flip-flop between whether Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were children of Magneto. It was yes, then it was no, then it was no again. I don't know. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see if they actually kind of pick a side and stay to one. But also in this issue, it says that Storm's loyalties are going to be put to the test, seeing as how the Avengers are facing off her entire race. But we'll see what happens here. 32 pages with a $3.99 cover price. So make sure you pick this up. Make sure you're picking up Avengers if you want to catch up on this reading, just as I am. I'm slowly making my way. But nevertheless, I will be here picking this one up. And we have some beautiful variants with it as well. We have a Marvel vs. Capcom Storm variant. So, got to get that one. I will make sure I get that one. I'm willing to fight for it. So, we'll see what happens. I'll make sure to record it for you guys in this week's episode if I do wind up fighting for it. Jumping into our next issue here, we actually have Wolverine issue number 4. We have yet another Marvel vs. Capcom variant for Wolverine issue 4. And we got a couple other nice variants for it as well. But that's besides the fact. In this one, we're talking about the return of the villainous Constrictor and how it means trouble for Wolverine. It says, what's wrong with the Constrictor and what does it mean for Wolverine's future and past? So they got a nice little Stormbreaker variant for this one where it actually has Miss Minutes on 3 different claws of Wolverines and the past, present, and future. So that one's really nice. 32 pages with a $4.99 cover price. I'm not really in a rush to read this one because I am enjoying Wolverine's Revenge. So I'm just enjoying one Wolverine story at a time. But we definitely want to make sure we collect these nice covers and variants while we still can. Some good coffee. Jumping into our next comic here, we have All New Venom issue number 1. We still don't know who is the all new Venom. We're going to be seeing Venom in a whole new direction. And it asks the question here. It says, you know, who could it be? It could be the journalist, the terrorist, the sidekick, or even the mayor. So we'll see what happens. We'll see who it is. And we have the writers of Venom as well as the Immortal Thor. And we also have the new artist on there as well, which is Carlos Gomez, which also did Fantastic Four and The Amazing Mary Jane, bringing this story to life. So we got 32 pages here with a $4.99 cover price. I understand that issue 5 of Venom War was a key issue, so maybe this one is as well once we reveal who the new Venom is. I'm not sure, but I may actually start reading Venom from this point on and maybe just get like a trade or so of like the actual Venom War. We'll see what happens, but maybe this is a good jumping on point for me. So yeah, let me know if you're picking this one up as well. And let's get into our next book. Next up, we have Deadpool and Wolverine, Weapon Extraction. Now, they've had different mini previews, I guess you could say, of Weapon Extraction and giving us a little bit of a backstory on what's going to be happening with these two in other X-Men issues. So if you do have Uncanny X-Men or X-Men, I believe are the 2 titles, then you can definitely check those out in the back of the book where they have a page or 2 of the preview. So we're starting issue 1 here, and we got some silly doodle pool variants here. There's one of them there, and then we also have a nice Rod Reese variant as well. So make sure you guys are picking this one up if you guys are a fan of the movie, if you're a fan of Deadpool or Wolverine. 48 pages with a $6.99 cover price. So that actually is a pretty thick book. And we'll see what happens. I think it says it's an 8-part epic story. So not sure if I'm going to pick this one up. It does seem interesting, but in the same sense, I'll wait to see how others review it first and see if I want to pick it up afterwards. But that's going to be it for this one. We're actually going to be wrapping up the Marvel side of the list here. We have a Marvel Holidays Tales to Astonish. So it's just going to be a holiday special for the Marvel comics. And I'm looking forward to this. It's going to get me more into the holiday spirit. It's kind of difficult to celebrate Christmas in its totality. When you're in Florida, we don't get the snow, but we'll be able to kind of share some of that experience in this book here. And we got a nice variant for it. We have a couple different variants. And we got the main cover, which is nice, where they're fighting a snowman. We got another here where they're in between the mistletoe, I believe it is, and got all the different heroes and stuff. I like this Fantastic Four one in particular. We have everyone there. We have Johnny, Susan, Reed, Ben, and then we even have Nathaniel, and we also have Valeria Richards as well. I also like the little detail of having Silver Surfer's board wrapped as a gift. That's my guy, so I'm definitely going to be picking this one up here. Like I said, they kind of get me in the holiday spirit. But with all that being said, we have 40 pages with a $5.99 cover price. And let me know if you're picking this one up. This one does seem like it'll be something fun for the holidays. And we're going to be featuring, it will be featuring more characters in there as well. From the names that it's mentioning here, it has Kitty Pryde, other X-Men. It has Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and, you know, of course, hopefully, the Fantastic Four in there as well. So that's going to be it for the Marvel side. That's actually going to be it for our list here. Once again, not too much from the DC side of things. I did kind of pick some that are current runs for DC. They're just books that I'm not hearing much from these books as a whole. But I will kind of fire them off just to give DC a little bit more love and see if you guys are interested in any of these. So firing off the first one, we got Poison Ivy issue 28. If you're a Poison Ivy fan, definitely make sure you pick this one up. If you're reading it, let me know what you rate it. We got 32 pages with a $3.99 cover price. Following that one, we got Birds of Prey, 32 pages with a $3.99 cover price as well. We have Batgirl All In issue 2, and that one's going to be your 32 pages, $3.99 cover price as well. And looks like JSA issue 2 will be another following the same price. And another book that I've never really read, JSA. Doesn't really spark my interest, but again, I'm not hating on it. It's just kind of quiet out here for how these books are doing. Following up with that one and wrapping up the list here, we have Shazam. I've personally never really been a fan of Shazam. I understand he's a child, essentially, and then he's imbued with, you know, the powers and stuff like that, but I just never really liked the childish side of Shazam. So that's my take on him. But you guys let me know how you feel about it. 32 pages with $3.99 cover price as well. And that's gonna be it for our list, you guys. That's what we got from the Marvel and DC side. So before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off the Image side of the list as well, just so we can spread that love across all the publishers of our comics. And let's get into it, you guys. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and do our Image side of the list here. I'm going to fire off the names here. So if you see what you like, let me know what you're reading in the comments. But let's get started. We got Ain't No Grave with a trade paperback, volume 1. We also have Dread the Halls, issue 0 of 1. We also have Free Agents, issue 6. Gunslinger Spawn. We also have Hack Slash Body Bags, issue 2 of 4. I Hate Fairyland issue 18. So if you're a Scotty Young fan, definitely pick this one up. This is going to be his independent book. So all the art will be done by him. If you love his art style just like I do, make sure you guys are picking this one up in particular. Going into the next one, we got Juvenile issue number 1 of 5. We got Snot Girl issue 16. We got Spawn Scorched issue 36. Excuse me, I'm trying to go too fast here. Next one up, we have Stoneheart issue 8. And then the next one, we have a Top Cow holiday special, which is nice. All Through the House issue number 1. Next up, we got The Walking Dead Deluxe 102. And then wrapping up the list here, we got Undiscovered Country, Trade Paperback Volume 5, and What's the Furthest Place from Here, Issue 20. So that is going to be our December 4th, 2024 list for this Wednesday. So guys, make sure your wallets are ready. Make sure you are calling your shops, getting down on the books that you want to read this week. Make sure you're already subbed to the ones that you want reoccurring, and pick up something new, pick up something old. I actually wanted to show you guys that I have something in particular that is an older story that I made sure I picked up as well. I had the opportunity to buy them during the Black Friday sale. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna get those for you guys. All right, you guys, so what I was able to pick up from my shop, I seen these on the wall, and I had to make sure I got them from the Coliseum. So we actually picked up the I believe it's a 2015 run of Secret Wars by Jonathan Hickman. And look at that, this one here, it actually says this is the official guide to the Marvel universe, or excuse me, the Marvel multiverse. So that one is actually pretty cool to pick up. It'll help me kind of understand a little bit more in depth about Secret Wars. I have never read any of the Secret Wars stories. I know some of the major points like Spider-Man's black suit, things of that nature, but I've never gotten my hands on the run itself. Now, this is the 2015 version, so I was able to pick up every issue 1 through 9. It actually shows me. Originally, it says 1 of 8, 2 of 8, you know, so on and so forth. But when it gets to issue 8, then it changes to 8 of 9. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but we got an extra book, and we even have, where is it at? Issue 5 here. Now this one is awesome because this is actually the issue that was featured in Deadpool and Wolverine in the movie. So that was actually really nice to have. It was super nice to be able to collect these. The only one I am missing is issue 2. So we will be hunting that one down, and I will definitely let you guys know once I complete the collection. But I wanted to read something. I always kind of get a trade, or I always want to buy the issues when there's a movie coming out for them. So I did the same thing with Age of Ultron. I did the same thing with Civil War, Infinity War, or actually the book was Infinity Gauntlet, but nevertheless, I made sure to read all of them, kind of get a brief history on them, and enjoy the stories for what they originally were. And seeing the adaptations is special. It really adds an extra experience to what you're reading. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited. I got all of them here, and I was told, you know, the way Jonathan Hickman writes, he actually does an amazing job of executing and tackling this story. So these were in amazing condition. I'm glad I could find them. I'm glad I can, you know, enjoy the single issues and, you know, have them in my hands and just act as if I got it when they released. So with all that being said, you guys, go ahead and make sure you pick up something old, get into something new. Make sure you guys are reading, make sure you're visiting your shops, making sure you are doing your part in the comic book community if you guys enjoy reading, if you guys enjoy these characters. So with all that being said, I got more gaming content that I'm going to be recording for you guys. I got more reading I got to do. I got a long list of a to-do list today, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm out of coffee as well, so we'll see how we make it through the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. I'll see you guys very soon, and I'll catch you guys on Wednesday, all right? Later.